Welcome back to the Thom Hartmann Program. Thom is stepping away for an interview about his new book, The Crash of 2016, which is available in bookstores now. And we are still speaking with David Bender, the political director of Progressive Voices. You can check it out at progressivevoices.com, and you can listen to them on Progressive Voices on TuneIn.
Yes, where Thom is as well.
Yes. David Bender, before the break, you were teasing us a bit. I don't know if it was intentional, but saying that Republicans would take back the take back the Senate in 2014. Do you really believe that they're going to do so? And if so, is this nuclear option going to come back and haunt Democrats?
Well, as I said, it's a gamble. Do I believe it? You know, it's very, very hard. I predicted accurately. As a matter of fact, I'm still waiting to collect on a bet with Rachel Maddow in 2006 that we would take the Senate back. And we did, by 2,000 votes in Montana with John Tester, by essentially drawing to an inside straight. We had to pick up every seat. If the Republicans have the kind of year that they had in 2010, it's possible. There are some seats that are lost already. It looks like South Dakota is lost with the retirement of Tim Johnson. Montana is not looking good. The number of seats in play, oddly enough, the most vulnerable Republican, and again, the numbers don't work to our advantage, Shano and Danielle. We're looking at twice as many Democratic seats up as Republicans. It's always a third of the Senate, as was the case, 2 years ago. Now, we managed to be able to do magic, and we also had Barack Obama at the head of the ticket. We don't this time. In 2016, it's the reverse. 2 Republicans for every Democrat. So this is the firewall right now. I think we may lose some seats. It is possible if the Republicans do very well in turnout, and Mitch McConnell can hold the line with his $10 million in the bank, that yes, it is possible. And there's some things that we don't know yet. There will be surprising retirements. There will be things always happen. On the other hand, the Tea Party is always out there to challenge Republican incumbents like Thad Cochran in Mississippi. May force him into an early retirement, and then frankly, it's likely they'll hold that seat as well.
Yeah, it was actually going to be my next question, is if the party infighting between Republicans and the Tea Party, kind of the old guard and the new guard, if you will, is that going to actually cost Republicans and split the vote? Or, I kind of get the impression that either they're going to go off, the Tea Party is going to go off and form a third party, or they're just going to take complete control of the GOP. Can't that actually work against Republicans?
Well, it has. Ask Senator Christine O'Donnell. or
Christine Engel.
God, I can't even remember. What was the name of the woman who ran against Harry Reid?
Engel.
Anybody?
Sharon Engel.
Oh, I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These were people who should not have won the nomination of their party and cost seats. That could happen again, no question about it. But there is an effort right now to try and minimize that. We'll see how it plays out. The bottom line is it remains a question of turnout, and what the Republicans have done since sweeping state houses and governorships in 2010, in numbers not seen since the 1920s, is to make it much harder for Democrats to win, both at the House level and even statewide. Minimizing Democratic turnout is their goal, and it is not a presidential year. So this is where the Tea Party continues to have its influence, and it has Mitch McConnell running scared. His opponent in the primary has millions. It was just announced today. He has millions of dollars. He's got somewhere between $1 and $3 million in his checking account. You always have to put a range down on your form. I would know what that number was if it was between $1 and $3 million, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I'd have a pretty good idea.
I would too.
Yeah,
but that's what's going on here. Is yes, there's infighting, but at the end of the day, We're looking at people like Ted Cruz who can get elected. We're looking at a lot of very right-wing Republicans, righter and righter, who wind up winning some of these Senate elections.
But don't you think people are tired of that? And I don't even just mean Democrats or progressives, liberals, however they define themselves, whatever category they want to put themselves in. But people in general are tired of the political gridlock, tired of the Tea Party and Republicans dragging this country backwards. I mean, we're seeing huge protests in Texas over abortion, huge actions in North Carolina over voting rights and food stamps and unemployment. Can't that have a national effect in actually increased Democratic turnout, like we saw in 2008 with President Obama?
It happens in presidential years. I would point to 2010 as the better example, a far worse example, obviously, in terms of the results. And that's the problem. Yeah, people are tired of the gridlock, but politics, as was it Tip O'Neill who said all politics is local? This is a state-by-state situation.
Yeah.
And in a state where Scott Walker, who should have been recalled, was not, and is now positioning himself as a credible presidential candidate. You know that we are, the Tea Party is aptly named because we are Alice in Wonderland. We're through the looking glass here. We have gone down, there are Mad Hatters everywhere, and it is one giant Tea Party, and that's what the Republican Party has become.
Well, David Bender, I always love talking to you, but you always harsh my hippie, commie, liberal buzz. Thank you so much. We really appreciate talking to you. David Bender, the political director of Progressive Voices. You can check it out at progressivevoices.com. You can follow them on Twitter at ProgVoice.